I'm at the gym getting some work done. If you can kind of get an idea here. Bleachers. There's the facility. There's the bathroom aisle, pro shop, you name it. But the way I built my whole wrestling career, I guess, after wrestling, because back then we just kind of just worked hard and tried to score points, you know. And even at Oklahoma State back then, that was what the coaching pretty much was, is work really hard and, you know, it'll happen. You know, not as organized as nowadays. The training is so much better, a little bit more scientific, I think. But the best thing I ever did was I got this Dan Gable book called Coaching Wrestling Successfully. I don't know if the book was that important besides just the advice. Have a philosophy of coaching. And so I kind of really thought about it, you know, the successes I had, maybe even the failures I had, how I could fix, what I would do differently, what I did right, what I did wrong but could have done better, what I learned from my coaches that was probably wish I had known earlier. And it comes down to having a philosophy. So if you can come up with a philosophy of coaching and of wrestling, if you're a wrestler watching this, that's your guiding light, right? So, you know, our philosophy is wrestle smart, wrestle controlled. We try to have the best positioning wrestlers in America, and we want to be the masters at winning matches. Extremely technical from the core positions of wrestling, the common positions of wrestling. Healthy emphasis on wrestling smart, holding position, and mastering the most critical positions in wrestling. And a big emphasis also on the mind and thinking and being able to deal with the anxieties of wrestling. And that's what a lot of our videos are about. I need to put more technique videos up too, but you can get technique anywhere, right? In our series is all out there if anybody was interested. But I would advise anybody who is wrestling to have a philosophy of wrestling. How do you win matches? You know, you can look at all the NCAA All-Americans and they all wrestle differently, right? And I had a kid one time years ago, he was a freshman, he didn't do so well, but he was a great wrestler. And his dad's like, you know, successful business guy, super hard charging guy. But the kid was kind of more chill and laid back. And I'm like, just let me coach the kid, just get out of here, right? I said so more politely than that. His son lost a match, he got thrown. He goes, all we're doing from here on out is throwing. We got to be a thrower, upper body. And I'm like, golly, why can't you course correct instead of, you know, steering a car like this, right? Today we're leg attackers. Tomorrow we're throwers. Then we watch a wrestling movie and someone's a cradle guy, and all of a sudden all we're going to do is cradles. It's just a panic. We call those desperate, ignorant daddies, right? Not dumb, smart guy, but ignorant. So I took the kid and I'm like, just let me coach him. Undefeated state champ as a sophomore. And all I needed to do was get dad out of the way, right? But a lot of it also was this kid had to have his own philosophy of wrestling. He was trying to wrestle his dad's philosophy that didn't work for him, right? So get a philosophy of coaching and of wrestling, and that can be your sort of guiding light, you could say. And now it's focusing your efforts as a coach and an athlete. So great advice I picked up after wrestling. And too late, I wish I had it earlier. Dan Gable book, and you know, we know what that guy has done in the sport of wrestling is from a coaching standpoint. So get a philosophy and tweak it and course correct. Don't just, if you don't have success one day, don't freak out and try to adopt someone else's philosophy. You know, one Olympic champ wrestles completely different than another Olympic champ based upon their personalities and levels of athleticism and tools. You know, but once you have that guiding light, your philosophy, your whole wrestling can change. Good luck.